And that's why if you want to move forward and serve the bench and whip people into this hot, frothy mess in terms of the service profit chain, you're going to have to be direct about what leadership is. And for Rejuvi, you've got to gain a lot of clarity around building leadership rebar inside of your organization. And your leadership rebar works two ways. The rebar works from it's kind of an up and down vertical thing, and it's a horizontal, left to right sort of thing. And I want to talk a little bit about that rebar, being direct about what leadership really means. Because what we know is going to get you the best results in this causal model here from the 12 o'clock box is rebar that, number one, helps you to build things up to down, strength of the leaders. And we call that at Rejuvi think to drive capability. And so you have to be very direct in your organization about how are we going to build this think to drive capability for all of our leaders on the bench. What is think to drive capability? Think to drive capability means helping every leader to do three things. It is helping them to get clarity of the things that give themselves direction. Well, it's kind of like manifesting their curiosity. Number two, it's getting those ideas outside of them and having it come alive and interact and be made aware and better with all of those around them. And number three, it's the things that give other people direction. Those three things, those three building blocks actually build your rebar for leader strength inside an organization. But it's not just that rebar from south to north. It is also rebar that moves horizontally that you need to think about. And it's a whole new world of being very direct about what leadership excellence can actually mean. And this is not think to drive capability of the leader. It's build to sustain capacity, leadership capacity of the organization. And to explain this, what I want everyone to do is I want you to think about a rock climber for just a moment. And I want you to get that a visual of this rock climber inside. Can you see that? You've got that rock climber there. Mm-hmm. And, one of the things that I love to do is to watch these rock climbers. I could never do it, but I am so amazed with those who are great at this sport, activity, adventure. I'm not really sure what it is. And listening to the commentary, I've learned two things about great rock climbers. They're always doing two things. And the first thing that they're always doing is that they're continually understanding where they're reaching out and where they're going next and what that next stronghold actually is for their hands. Where am I going? And what is my stronghold? And how am I going to achieve it? It's pushing forward. As fiercely focused as they are on that, they are equally as focused on their foothold and protecting the ground that they've covered thus far. And to me, it's such a great analogy for the build to sustain continuum, the build to sustain rebar that we're trying to build in terms of leadership, because organizations have to do both in terms of leadership excellence. They have to build to the future and have strong handholds while they're protecting what they've accomplished thus far, their strong footholds. It's offense and it's defense all at the same time. And so to me, backing this up to this major message today around how do we whip people into this, get them moving really positively to create and serve and honor that leadership bench. The first and most important thing is to be very direct about what leadership excellence actually is. Gone are the days that you can only focus on leader capability and that rebar. You have to build the rebar, build to sustain capacity for the organization at the same time.